I kind of like that name. Volume. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Unfortunately, Marvel Mystic Mayhem is now on notice. Dear players, we are deeply grateful for your incredible support and dedication for Marvel Mystic Mayhem. Together, we've shared countless adventures and unforgettable moments of growth and joy exploring the dreamscape. Sure. Sure, man. Sure. However, every story has its final chapter. After careful consideration, we have made the difficult decision to gradually scale back content updates over the coming months and will officially conclude on 2026 4/1, so April 1st. We understand this news is disappointing. Mystic Mayhem has meant so much to our team, and we are committed to ensuring the remaining updates cycle is delivered smoothly and with utmost care. I wish I could believe them, but I just don't. I don't believe them. Starting with the 2025-12-25 update, in-game purchases and top-ups will be disabled during this period. We'll continue to release 5 3-star characters and new playable chapter, which all players can experience for free. Additionally, the Battle Pass can be accessed to everyone beginning of 2026 1/1. All game services will remain beyond 2026 4/1 until an official decision is made regarding the future operations. For more details and future operations, our operation plan and refund information, please see below. This sucks, man. This sucks. This truly does suck. Hopefully they come to the conclusion that they shouldn't shut down their game. I know it's like copium as hell. Like there's probably like a 15% chance or less of that even happening. Of why I'm using percentages, it's probably not happening. Like the thing about this game, and we'll get to that later. Let's just finish this. New content released after maintenance 25, 112, 25. Jean Grey, Venom, Wolverine, Cyclops, Morgan Le Fay. The new main story quest are Dream and the Hive. And aside from the above content, there is no plans for future updates aside for 3 stars. Yeah, we understand. Monetization content reduction and gifts. Yeah. It's just essentially saying goodbye, blah, blah, blah. We truly cherish every player's time and passion, and we want to express our heartfelt gratitude to every Dream Guardian who has accomplished us on this journey, or accompanied us on this journey. Our team will focus on maintaining stable services and preparing thoughtful conclusion to our adventure. Though the journey in the dreamscape will come to an end, we hope the memories, friendships, and courage you gain will continue with you into whatever new adventure awaits. Thank you once again for being a part of Mystic Mayhem, the Marvel team. Vomit. Blech. Okay. It sucks, man. It does suck. This could have been preventable. This was easily preventable. We'll go over why this is happening. Well, why I think this is happening. I got no statistics or anything, but like anyone that's been playing this game for a while kind of saw this coming. Well, I don't want to say saw this coming, but like there's always that thought in the back that like people said it's like, oh, this is happening. And there's a good reason why. It's just this dev team doesn't understand how to release hype. They don't understand how to do updates. They don't understand, like, they were getting better at it, but they didn't get better faster. And also, like, they just kept fumbling units. All right, let's go into the basics of stuff. The issue with this game. One of the biggest issues of this game, Psylocke. This character was too good. Shouldn't have been existing at the current state of the game. They released Daredevil, supposed to counter her, didn't counter her. PvP's a mess because of this character by herself, right? One of the problems is there, right there. Psylocke, problem for the game. Has been since the launch. No content in the game. It's just the same crap over and over and over. Just no good content. Unfortunately, like this stuff right here. This mode isn't very good. And then you have the Crimson Campaign, which is okay. At least Crimson Campaign is okay. But we need more of this. Just more like... We needed an infinite game mode for the week, essentially, to farm out black coins. Or black keys. Not Guardian keys, just black keys. I think this banner would have been good enough to sustain the game if they just gave us more keys. Obviously, these keys are a bit more precious because these are for the current units that are out. I would have been fine with that too, but I think the better outcome would have just been giving us more shadow keys instead of great keys. That's the way you have something to summon for. Because, like, at the end of the day, the standard banner was good. It's just RNG. We needed more pay-to-win content. Unfortunately, we needed more pay-to-win areas because the game is too easy. I know it's kind of like it's kind of weird saying that because you think free-to-play is the better way to go in most cases, where it can be, yes, but like unironically, pay-to-win content would have been better for this game that make people enticed to spend. The issue is this crap right here is garbage. No way you're spending for this. The only decent offers were like these packs, but decent is like the best I'll say. They're kind of bad, but they're doable. Like these were fine. They weren't great. They were fine. The uniform shop was kind of ass because like there's no good uniforms in it. Like none of these uniforms are good in my opinion. This was the main problem right here for like spending. None of this is good. Like no way you're spending for any of this. This isn't enough for your money. Like there's no way. Like you should be able to hit a pity plus, like a pity plus, safely without like any stress with buying that $99 pack. That's crazy. Their packs were ass, right? We could get into. We're gonna get into the hero releases. That's another reason why this game failed is hero releases, and like the way they balanced them and didn't like buff them. Like no balance patches, no buff patches. It's just they release something, they leave it, and if the characters suck, they suck. Right? Daredevil, Loki, they're examples of this. We're gonna jump over to this. All right, so we're gonna talk about it. My cam is really big. Let me minimize my cam a little bit. Yeah. I am shrinking. No. Okay. Can I? Yeah. That's fine. That's better. I can actually make myself a little bigger now. Don't mind me. Coping. All right, so we're going to talk about it just a little bit. Because this is one of the reasons why the game failed. Because they didn't have enough good releases. Captain America, good release. Iron Man, good release. Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic was kind of bad. Invisible Woman, great. Good. She was a good release. He was a mid-release because he was kind of bad. Who was after that? I'm trying to remember the right orders, but I don't remember the orders, to be honest. We had the standard banner units, but like honestly, who cares about them? They're not that important because they're already in the game. They got their own banners or whatever, but like that doesn't really count. I don't remember who was next. Was it Namor or Gambit? Either way, or was it Silver Surfer? Either way, why they released Silver Surfer? Don't know. I think he was just like, if you're gonna make Silver Surfer, he needs to be better than the current like character that was like on his level or like in his role, which was Scarlet Witch, right? But like Scarlet Witch was just still better, essentially. So that was a why release. Why release Silver Surfer if he wasn't better in Scarlet? There's no enticement to like spend on Silver Surfer at all because he didn't change the meta at all, which is a problem. We have Namor, terrible release, and I'm not saying terrible because he's bad. He's too good. The issue is he's a nobody that is too good. Why is this nobody character that good? Terrible release. Terrible release. Gambit, great release. This is what we want more of. Gambit. We want characters that are awesome. Everyone loves them. Everyone likes them, and they're good off release. Right? Gambit was like the best character released in this game, easily. Right? Easily the best character released in this game because he's a hype character for one. People love him. Two, he's a great DPS. No one's competing with him in this role, with his like assigned DPS boss role. No one's competing with him. He was a great release. Uh, Green Goblin, terrible release. I don't know why they thought this Halloween unit was hype. I didn't even look at him. I just kind of like, well, Halloween's dead because like over Venom, bro, over Venom or Carnage, over Venom and Carnage. What? The avatar for the battle pass was more hype than the unit, which is Magic's. For those who don't know, this right here, this. Tell me how this avatar is more hype than the unit they release. Just, just diabolical, diabolical, man. Goblin was not a good release. I don't like he can be a good unit, but he's not a good release. And then we got Daredevil. Terrible release. Not because Daredevil isn't hype. It's because he was bad and they didn't buff him. So that's 3 L's right here. Potentially 4 L's. Honestly, you could throw Silver Surfer down here. Like, honestly, the question mark why shouldn't even exist. Just terrible release. 4 terrible units. That should well, Namor's not bad. Like, when I say terrible releases, I don't mean like Namor isn't bad. He's just no one cares. Right? No one cares about Namor. No one cares about Green Goblin. Daredevil had a chance to be really cool. Silver Surfer had a chance to be really cool, but they fumbled the bags. They just weren't. They were just bad designs, right? Bad designs, right? So the only thing we have going for us right now are the first 2 units set up and Invisible Woman, right? You could like, yeah, Invisible Woman, Mr. Fantastic, kind of whatever. Gambit was like the best thing to come out of this. Out of all these units, right? We're still not done. We're still not done. We're still not done. Unfortunately, we're still not done, right? Magneto, great release, just too late. Too late to save the game. Actually, no, he was a good release. He is a great release. Magneto was a great release. We needed more oh wait, we forgot someone. Loki, terrible release. Hold on. Let me rewind. Shitty unit, for one. Transformation could have been cool. Bad unit. Therefore, terrible release. Now we go into great release. Magneto. Good unit. Pretty hype. Just too late. Just a little too late to save the game. Right? Too many L's to save the game. Right? Just too many L's. And then we have Jean Grey. Great release. Could have been a great release. But now we'll never know because the game got announced before she could release. They were starting to get it. They were finally starting to get it. They released Magneto and the Jean. They were starting to understand, like, we need hype characters. They were starting to understand. They were starting to. They were. It's crazy because, like, the next couple characters are actually all bangers. And it's just a little too late because they released all these shit stains of characters before they released the good stuff. Like, these are the characters you release on your downtime to let people cool off on. But no, they were releasing them as major releases. Just bad. Just bad. Except for Daredevil. He could have been good. Daredevil had a chance. He had a chance to be a cool unit, but they fumbled him. Same with Loki. Loki had a chance to be a good unit, but they fumbled him. And then they made Namor OP, a nobody unit. Like, they made... No one cares about Namor. Unfortunately, no one cares. Like, I don't care about Namor. Like, why? He's Aquaman for Marvel. Like, no one cares. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me because it's so crazy to me because look at these releases. Banger unit. Banger unit. Banger unit. Good unit. Decent unit. But no. No, we got shit. Well, actually, he would have been cool if he was good. Shit, because fumbled kids, right? Like, it's crazy because Venom is more hype than Jean Grey, probably. Venom is on par with Gambit with hype, right? Wolverine is on par, or actually probably more hype than Gambit in most people's eyes because how cool he is. Would have been a great release. Would have been so good. Like, the future of Mayhem could have been so good if this was a good character, if this is a good character, if this is a good character, they're making revenue back, right? All they have to do is to, like, keep the game going is make good content. Go back, adjust your modes, make new modes, make games worth, like, make the modes better. Go back and update some of these older modes that just, like, for one, overhaul PvP. PvP is a mess right now. You know why it's a mess? Because Psylocke exists. Also, you have no control over where you attack, which is a huge problem. You have no access to any, like, just let us play PvP manually, please. Um, this mode right here could have been probably pretty decent if they updated the roster, which they never did. Add an infinite tower for weekly or even monthly event, just something, you know. The challenge thing is kind of okay. The challenge mode, it's this right here. It's not bad. It's just not good enough. Like my issue with this mode is that it doesn't come around often enough, and then on top of it, the rewards kind of suck. Right, the rewards kind of suck. I'd rather just have an infinite tower, right? Unfortunately, like it sucks so much because Wolverine would have been a great release. Venom would have been a great release. Jean Grey would have been a great release if they just did it properly and the units were good. Jean Grey's timing is so good. It's crazy how good her timing is on release, but it's just too late because they already announced the game shutdown. She was the perfect person to release after Magneto. And you know what's crazy? The crazy thing is Venom into Wolverine is just so good. If Venom was the Halloween unit, it would have been perfect. Venom would have made money. Everyone likes Venom. And then you would get rid of Goblin and release Goblin later, or like next year when the game is more sustainable. Like you release Goblin when the game's already fine and sustainable, and like it's alive, right? You don't release Green Goblin when the game is struggling. You release Venom when the game is struggling because Venom is hype. You don't release Green Goblin. You don't release Namor. You release Cyclops. You release something else, right? Like Namor isn't a cool character. Cyclops is at least defendable because he's like the leader of the X-Men. Like you can defend him. You can't defend Namor. You know, Magic would have been a solid release. Nightcrawler would have been a good release. Any one of the X-Men would have been a good release. But no, they're over here releasing Namor, Green Goblin, Silver Surfer, like unhype, unhype. Could have been hype, but isn't hype. The only hype characters they released were Daredevil, but they fumbled him, so he sucks. Loki, they fumbled him, so it sucks. Gambit was great ops. Gambit was like the best thing to happen in this game early on. Magneto was really good. It's just a little too late. Jean Grey could be good if her kid is good. She would have been a great release. Iron Man is a good, smart first release because Iron Man, Captain America is great because he pairs well with Iron Man, like in lore what. Like it's just you're building the Avengers early, smart. And then the Fantastic release is fine because of the movie release, and it brings people to the game. Unfortunately, they fumbled Mr. Fantastic, so it's just like, well, L for him. But Invisible Woman was great. Unfortunately, they could have did this so much better. What they should have done, and what I would have done, is I would have released Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman together on the same banner. Have double pity, that way you can get both of them, or like have it where you can have 4 sets of pity. That way you can grab all their highlights, you can grab all them, or like, I know it sounds pay to win, but it's all about keeping your game going. So you put them on the same banner, bam. And then what you do is you make Thing and Torch. Also, 3-star units on the same banner. That way you can pick and choose which ones you want out of all 4, instead of making Human Torch a 2-star, which is ridiculously stupid. Thing being a 2-star doesn't matter. It's Thing. I mean, he could have been a 3-star. He's a tank. He would just probably compete with Juggernaut. But like, you pair these two together, you're making money because all the hype characters are on the same banner. They're releasing 20 days apart. It gives you time. Or you release Mr. Fantastic 10 days later. You release Invisible Woman 10 days later. You run Torch 10 days later. You release Thing. Right? You just have 4 massive banners back to back to back to back a week after each other. That way you have hype going instead of releasing one of the cooler characters out of the team as a 2-star. Like, it's all about making your game stay alive, and making it too free to play friendly is one of the things that's going to kill your game, along with units that shouldn't be as good as they are. Psylocke, right? That's my outlook on the game at the moment. Is that they had too many bangers coming in too late. They released too many duds early on, not enough bangers early on. It sucks. It really does, because Venom instead of Goblin could have changed the outcome. Daredevil being good could have changed the outcome of the game ending. Loki being good instead of ass could have been, a big banger unit, but like they made him this piece of shit unit. Namor not existing would have been great. You know, any Wolverine in Namor spot would have been great. Like any one of these characters, over Namor would have been hype. Wolverine instead of Namor, hype. Cyclops over Namor? Sure, why not? You can give him the same kit. He'd probably function the same way anyway. He just obviously shoots his fist lasers. Uh, Jean Grey, where she is fine. I think Jean Grey's a great New Year's unit. It's just they should have released Venom, Wolverine, and Cyclops earlier before releasing these pile of shit units that no one cares about. And not fumble Daredevil, obviously. Not fumbling Daredevil would have been massive. Making him actually counter Psylocke and actually be good at his job would have been massive. Silver Surfer being better than Scarlet Witch would have been massive. Like, definitely better would have been massive. And then just not releasing Goblin and Namor at all would have been their best investment. Releasing these two nobody units, like I guess people like Goblin, but like he's just not hype for a lot of us. Like he's just not a hype character. He's not a hype villain for me. I think he's kind of lame. Um, Namor is the major L in this like category. Like who is Namor and why does he have an insane kit? Like who is Namor? Like why? Right? It just sucks. It sucks so hard because this game could have been so good. It could have lasted a long time, but the dev team, man, they don't know. They don't understand. They don't get it. They don't get hype. They just don't understand hype. They started to get it towards the end. Magneto, Jean Grey, they started to get it, but they got it too late. Which is crazy because they run Rivals. But to be fair, the only reason why Rivals is successful is because it's a competitive online game. That's no gotcha. No gotcha. I think their balancing team in Rivals is pretty piss poor, to be honest. I don't play Rivals because I think there's just every decision they make kind of makes me like scratch my like what the hell are you doing? But people play the game because it's a Marvel game. Unfortunately, when it comes to gacha games, Marvel just has not had a hot streak. They keep fumbling their Marvel games. Like it's crazy that Marvel Snap is like the only good one, quote unquote. It's just crazy. It's playable. You have Future Fight, which is ass. You have Strike Force, which is ass. This one was actually the best one out of all three of them, in my opinion. But like, they just didn't understand hype, and they didn't understand game modes that would bring people to play the game and have fun with the game. They just didn't think long term. They thought too short term. Banners being 20 days long is fine if the characters are hype. When you don't release hype and the banner's here for 20 days, it kind of feels like a whole month is wasted on a gacha game because the characters isn't hype. You need to hype characters to carry your game if you're gonna have 20-day banners, and they just didn't have it. So, unfortunately, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's it. That's all there is for this video. It's just me ranting because the dev teams didn't know what they were doing. Such a shame. Game could have been so good if they just released good characters early instead of holding them until the game fell. Like at least one good character into a bad character is forgettable, but having a bad, like back to back bad releases just is what killed it. It is what killed it. It is what killed it. Hopefully they don't shut down, but it seems like they're going to April 1st. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know why they're delaying it. Maybe they're seeing if players come back. Maybe they're saying some type of idea that someone's throwing darts at their board. Maybe there's a way to revamp this game, bring it back. It's a Marvel game. It'll make money. You just got to learn how to please your players and make content fun playing. And also, free to play is fine, but when you overdo it and there's no reason to chase dupes, it's where you really shoot yourself in the foot. You really need you need to separate the player base. There has to be whales willing to whale for harder content. And there just isn't harder content. You just do it because like 16-second runs are funny. So yeah, the game needed to be a bit harder. That way people are enticed to spend. It sounds really dumb, but it works because people will stick with their wallets when they can't beat something, you know? It is what it is. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and